Good day, ladies and gentlemen. We're here with NetEvents TV, talking about the very exciting world of cloud security with Dr. Hongwen Zhang from Wedge Networks. And we're going to spend the next few minutes exploring where Wedge Networks is really driving security solutions into the market. Dr. Zhang, thank you very much for joining us here at NetEvents. The first issue I'd like to raise with you is we've seen in the last 5 to 6 years a massive change in the security landscape, the vulnerabilities, the motivations in that activity. Do you think security solutions have kept a pace with the changing nature of threats?
I think that the security industry tried very hard to keep pace with the rapid change of the massive adoption of the internet. And in general, there's a lot of reactive to outbreaks and to what's already happened, and sort of looking at the back of the mirror analogy. So overall, I think that we are dealing with very challenging problems, and the major trend in the industry making security management difficult to manage, especially for the smaller guys. Large government organizations and Fortune 500 companies has the budget to do the management, but for smaller ones and SMBs and for mobile data users, and we also know there's a tremendous amount of Internet of Things devices, those are underprotected.
One of the areas where many service providers have at least assessed has been the provision of managed security solutions. Some have done it well. Some have perhaps had issues and problems in delivering a strong managed security solution. What can Wedge Networks do to support the service providers in that space?
So Wedge Networks is really has been focusing on a cloud managed security solution. We partner with service providers to basically build a security layer on their existing network infrastructure. So in that regards, I see that as a very effective management tool for managing those large amount of competing devices. And a lot of them, there's no way you can actually install, for example, endpoint-based solution on those devices. And so we see an important role for the Wedge Networks to play at the network layer.
When we talk about cloud, that typically brings issues of security concern. But do you think cloud is a concern, or is it an opportunity for companies like Wedge Networks and service providers?
That's essentially the intent of Wedge Network, and we have been proven for initial success. And I totally agree with your team on this one, is that we basically, as an industry, a service provider industry, some pioneers has tried managed security services. And if I can summarize the barriers all those service providers encountered, in one statement, the statement will be that the technology was too expensive to implement. For the service providers to sell a security solution for their customers, there need to be an easy way and at an acceptable price point. And this is a technical challenge, and Wedge Networks have been really focusing on solving this challenge. I think that the Wedge OS that's which our platform technology has seen initial success, and it's really due to 2 factors. Number one is that Wedge as a company are very, very focused solving this particular issue. We put a lot of resources into this. Number 2 is that our industry has been progressively improved very well. And we are seeing now emerging standards that allow us to define a virtual network layer so that we can build virtual passage for network data traffic. And we are seeing the virtualization of security functions, all those things. And that really makes the adoption easier to do, and also makes our technology more relevant to the key trends in the industry.
And to finish, I guess I'd like your view from Wedge's perspective. Where do you see the future of security in the cloud?
We believe that if I can use analogy, I typically do that, is that when we actually drink a bottle of water, and we already know the water is clean, right? And today, when you open up your laptops, your mobile devices, internet traffic, you cannot truly trust. In order to build up this trust, we need to work with service providers who provide this pipe. And I see the future of Wedge networks is enable the service providers to build this clean pipe for the large amount of computing devices. Now the question is, why do the service provider want to do that? What's to their best interest? Well, service providers typically are facing the two challenges. One is to keep their customer subscription up, which is reducing churn. The other is to increase the average user revenue, the ARPU. And security services are a perfect service for them to sell to their customers. As I mentioned, that with the progress of the industry, with the focus on like vendors of Wedge, the technology platform is already there for them to offer such services. We pretty much look forward for a very clean internet where safe computing is a given, just like the water you're drinking today.
Dr. Zhang, thank you very much for joining us today at NetEvents TV. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.